Hey everybody, Katie here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate all of you so much. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'm a little overwhelmed and I feel a little bombarded by all the different names and terms for retinols or retinoic acid or Retin-A. Get my drift? So I don't know, there's just so many terms out there, so it's really hard to sift through them. I figured I kind of wanted to know for myself, so I did a bunch of research, and then I figured I would just make a video and pass on the information to you in case you guys were feeling as confused as I've been. Like I said, I did do a bunch of research on this topic, and if you guys are interested, I will link some videos below. I like to watch a couple of different dermatologists actually. One of them is Dr. Dre. You guys might be familiar with her. She has a lot of really good information on skincare ingredients and, you know, layering your products and all that stuff. So I will link her channel below. And I have to say, it did take a long time to sift through all that information, but my information for you guys is going to be a little bit more basic, kind of hoping to just kind of like take the mystery out of all the different terms, all the different names. When I first thought about making a video, I was thinking about making it on, you know, maybe 3 essential skincare ingredients that you probably want to have in your routine. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's just way too much information for one video. So today I'm just gonna stick with the retinoids or retinols, or is it Retin-A? I'm just gonna discuss what they are, what their benefits are, how to use them, and maybe some of the drawbacks. Let's get started. So from all the information that I've researched with dermatologists and skincare experts, everybody seems to be in total agreement about the #1 ingredient with the biggest bang for your buck as far as anti-aging goes, and that is your retinoic acids. So this is an ingredient that has the absolute most substantiated evidence and research behind it. Years and years of research. So let's get into it. So retinoids, retinoic acids, and retinols are basically all a family of ingredients that are all derivatives of vitamin A. And vitamin A occurs naturally in our skin. There are many different strengths for this ingredient, and so that's kind of where the confusion starts, and I will get into that in just a couple minutes. So first, let's talk about the benefits. In what way does it help us with anti-aging? I think maybe a better question would be, in what way doesn't it help with our aging skin? I don't know. It's an ingredient that, like I said, it just gives you a bang for your buck. There are so many good things that happen to your skin when you introduce vitamin A into it. So one of the most important things that it does is to oppose or remove UV damage in our skin. Now, just that alone right there is huge. That's just a huge thing, especially considering, you know, our age. We have years worth of built up UV damage in our skin, just waiting to be removed. It also helps build collagen in the deeper layers of your skin, which provides you with a little bit more smooth skin, less wrinkles, less fine lines, and it helps provide an underlying matrix structure to the deeper layers of your skin. It can also help with hyperpigmentation. I don't know why I have a hard time saying that word. It helps with pore clarity, it helps with blemishes, and one of the other great benefits of it is that since it is a really strong vitamin, it helps clean up all those free radicals that you have going on in your skin from UV damage, from highly processed foods, from alcohol maybe. So all of those things are huge anti-aging factors. So what is the difference between retinoic acids and retinols? And to me, this is where all the confusion begins, because there are so many terms and you don't know, are those the actives? Are they the, you know, the brand names? I'm not sure. What are they? Why are there so many different names? There's one basic difference between retinoic acids and retinols. That is that retinoic acids are stronger. They're readily and easily absorbed into your skin. So your skin doesn't have to jump through any hoops to get those molecules absorbed. So that's the difference between retinoic acid and retinols. So with retinols, your skin basically has to perform an additional step for the retinol to turn into retinoic acid. So hopefully that makes sense, but basically it's a second step. So to clarify, we're basically talking about prescription strength retinoic acids, or retinols, which are over-the-counter cosmetic grade. They're the ones that need your skin to perform that extra step to get that molecule, absorbed into your skin. So then the question is, when exactly does that happen? At what point after I put this product on does this process happen? It's all just a little unclear. How much vitamin A are we getting, and when does that process take place? Are we sure it's going to take place? We don't know. It's kind of a little bit more unclear and not as regulated with the cosmetic grade. So some may get in there and it might work a little bit, but it's not your gold standard ingredient for anti-aging. So what is the gold standard? Retinoic acids. And this gets a little confusing again because there are the actives that they talk about, then there's the brand names that they talk about, and you're never really sure which is which. So let me try to clear that up for you. At the top of the list for the gold standard anti-aging ingredient would be the active tretinoin and the brand name Retin-A. This is an ingredient, again, that is backed by so much scientific data and research, and it is prescription strength, so you have to go through your doctor to get it. It's the strongest of the retinoic acids and also possibly the most irritating to your skin. Next one down would be the active ingredient tazartine, or the brand name Tazorac. This isn't quite as effective as the tretinoin Retin-A, but it is still a good product and it's probably a little bit less irritating. And last but not least would be adapalene. That's your active adapalene, and the brand name would be Differin. And now that's sold over the counter. Maybe you're thinking, oh great, I'll just go get Differin. I don't have to get a prescription, but not so fast. So let's simplify it a little bit further. If you're really interested in the anti-aging qualities or properties behind these ingredients, your number one is going to be Retin-A. Number two, Tazorac. Number three, Differin, is probably best for acne. So as tempting as Differin is, because it's over the counter, you don't have to go to the doctor, it's probably less expensive, it seems to be that it's better suited for people with acne rather than, focusing on anti-aging, if that's what you're focusing on. So Dr. Dre, the dermatologist that I had told you about earlier, she tried Differin for about a year and she also decided, yeah, it's definitely better for people with acne. That's who it's suited for. It's not quite as helpful as far as anti-aging as the first two, which were Retin-A and Tazorac. But if you think about it, most people at our age struggle with, UV damage, hyperpigmentation, pore size, maybe an occasional blemish, and I don't know why we wouldn't want to get rid of the free radicals going on in our skin. So that seems to be a no-brainer to me. But you have to decide for yourself what's going to be best for your skin, what your skin can tolerate. Maybe it can't tolerate one of the stronger prescription strengths. Maybe you need to, start off with the cosmetic grade and move up to the prescription strength. Everybody has different issues. If you do decide to get a prescription, please make sure you go through your doctor and not try to, get it online or anything like that, because it's just best to be seen by your doctor. Let them see your skin, let them see your issues, and then they'll give you the prescription strength that's best suited for your skin. Don't forget, these are drugs. They're really potent drugs, and you just want to make sure that you're using them properly and safely. How do we use it and when do we use it? Let's talk about that. With retinoic acids and retinols, most everybody's in agreement, the dermatologists and the skincare experts are all in agreement that you should only use it in the evening. It's a PM product because it makes your skin much more sensitive to the light. The best way to use it is right after you've washed your skin. And I find personally that I don't like to wash my skin with a cleanser that leaves a lot of residue. I prefer to have a fairly clean face, clean, padded, dry face before I put on what I use, which is the tretinoin 0.1%. You really only need a pea-size amount, and you just dot, and maybe even on the back of your hands, and then just spread it all around. It spreads pretty well, so you don't want too much. Usually they say if you're just starting out to only use it once, every 3 to 4 days. If you decide that it's too drying and you're just peeling too much, Some of the dermatologists actually suggest to go ahead, put your moisturizer on first, and then use your retinoic acid. Now, I had not heard of that before, but apparently it will still get in and it will protect your skin a little bit more and it will be able to tolerate that retinoic acid better. Dr. Dre also suggests that you never apply your retinoic acids to damp skin. Always make sure that you pat your skin dry. Just wait a minute till it's all dry, especially if you're having a problem with peeling. Don't put it on damp skin. This is coming from a dermatologist, so I guess it's good advice. So what are the drawbacks? Okay, well, we pretty much discussed the drawbacks, which are peeling. That can be an issue for some people, and it really does depend on what you've been doing with your skin, how you treat it. If you've been using acids or scrubs or things like that, you know, you may have more of a problem with the peeling. Basically, it's all about a good moisturizer, either before or after. Always start off slow. 3 really important things to remember when starting out with a retinoic acid. Number 1, don't use Retin-A or any retinol products on the same day that you are using any kind of a chemical peel. Number 2, only use the recommended dosage. There's a reason that there's a recommended dosage, and it's because it's a drug and it can be toxic. Vitamin A, you can build up too much vitamin A in your body and it can become toxic. So make sure you follow the dosage instructions. And number 3, always remember your sunscreen, because Retin-A is just doing all that work to provide you with good cell turnover and getting you all that nice, fresh, new skin. So it's your job to protect that nice new skin. You don't ever want to forget your sunscreens, because seriously, you'll probably be worse off than before you started using the retinoic acid. So don't forget the sunscreen. That was a lot of information, I know, but I hope that I took out some of the confusion in all those names and terms and all that stuff. I would love to hear any questions or comments that you have in the description box below. And please share if you're interested in me doing any more videos on skincare ingredients or anything else that you might think of. So as always, I really appreciate you guys stopping by, tuning in, taking some time with me, and I really hope that this video helped. And if it did, please don't forget to give me a like and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys. See you soon.